What's up, guys? It's Jensen, and welcome to another video. So, it's the NFL Divisional round of the playoffs, and there are pretty good matchups scheduled for the weekend. But certainly one of the more intriguing ones is when Ryan Tannehill and the underdog Tennessee Titans head into M&T Bank Stadium to play Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. The world might want to think that the Ravens are going to run away with this game and this is going to be Lamar Jackson's coronation. Everyone wants a Lamar Jackson-Patrick Mahomes duel, and I understand that. But don't count the Titans out of this game, guys, because they just went into Foxborough, and they beat the best head coach of all time and the greatest QB of all time in Foxborough. We all know how hard it is to win up there. And the story of the game was Derrick Henry. And I really didn't think that having a big-time workhorse running back was that important in the NFL. You look at past years, even the Patriots last year, it was really more running back by committee. I didn't really see the value in a workhorse running back. Derrick Henry has made me change that statement. The physicality that he runs with. This is the only guy in the NFL who you could say is a guaranteed. Every time he touches the ball, you're going to get 5 yards of carry. That is very impressive. And the physicality he runs with, it sets up everything for the Titans. And the offensive line is doing a great job running blocking for Derrick Henry. And he's just a man amongst boys. And I know that Baltimore, they have the fourth best run defense in the NFL. They got some guys on defense. Michael Pierce, Matthew Judon. They got some pretty good guys there. They're certainly a good run-stopping unit. But Derrick Henry's going for over 150 yards again. I'm fully confident in that. This is a special running back. And if I were him, I'd be demanding close to Ezekiel Elliott money this offseason. He's been that important. Very impressed with Derrick Henry. And Ryan Tannehill, too. I know the statistics don't really show much. 72 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. That's definitely not what you want to see from your quarterback when you're in the playoffs. But Tennessee pulled off the win. And I was very impressed by Ryan Tannehill because that pick was really bad. The interception he threw, it was absolutely awful. And most QBs, at least not the great ones, they'd definitely be shaken up by that. But I saw Ryan Tannehill come back, and on 3rd and 9, with the game on the line, if they don't convert, they're punting back to Tom Brady with about a minute left. Who knows what could happen then? But this guy made a money throw. It was an awesome catch as well, but Ryan Tannehill stepped up when the pressure increased on him. And that's why I really believe in Tannehill. I really see the Nick Foles in him right now. I think he can make a Nick Foles type run, like when the Philadelphia Eagles 2 years ago went on to win the Super Bowl. Because he hits the short and intermediate passes, like I said before, but he's also hitting these big-time splash plays. And that's what's so impressive about Ryan Tannehill. Granted, he hasn't really played a defense this good other than the Patriots where he struggled. I really do feel confident in Ryan Tannehill. He's going to have a big-time game. Definitely A.J. Brown's going to have to do well. He's going to be matched up against one of the best corners in the NFL, Marcus Peters. But I think that A.J. Brown could have a pretty big game because the one thing we know about Marcus Peters is that as great as he is, we know that he has a tendency to gamble for interceptions. And all too often, he's given up big plays. It's a reason why the Rams traded him to the Ravens. And even though he's been better with Baltimore, the bottom line is that he still has that tendency every once in a while. If you're A.J. Brown, you're going to have to take advantage of that because we know how legit this Baltimore team is. You're going to have to take those big plays when they're available. So definitely A.J. Brown becomes a key factor once again for the Titans. Especially because, Corey Davis and Jonnu Smith, these are pretty good weapons in the receiving game. But A.J. Brown's the one weapon that teams are scared of other than Derrick Henry. So A.J. Brown better show up. But certainly when you look at the Baltimore defense, it's really filled with guys that they're not quite stars, but these are good football players. Michael Pierce, Matthew Judon. But you look at that secondary. Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey, Earl Thomas. A lot of star power there. That is a really good secondary. So I think that Derrick Henry, they're going to have to lean on him. And after that, if you can get the play-action game going with Tannehill, then Titans are going to definitely have a good chance to win. Let's look at the Baltimore offense. I really am concerned about Lamar because coming off a 2-week rest, this guy was hot. He was virtually destroying every team he was playing. I'm not sure a 2-week rest was best for this guy. I would understand 1 week. 1 week is fine for Lamar. But he took off week 17 when the Ravens already locked up the number 1 seed. I'm not sure if that was the best thing. I would have liked Lamar to have a little bit more games under his belt heading into the playoffs, especially since he's 22 years old, but too late for that now. Lamar's got to show up. Last year he was pretty bad against the Chargers, but he improved as the game goes on, I'll admit that. He's been a much better player this year, and a lot of the credit has to go to John Harbaugh for believing in Lamar, and the Ravens really building an offense around Lamar Jackson. This offense truly is unique because their pass attempts is only 27th best in the NFL. But this is the number 1 rushing attack in the NFL. Mark Ingram, he's the power running back. And Lamar is just the truly unique weapon for the Baltimore Ravens. And he's going to give them a chance to win the Super Bowl. Definitely an X factor is going to be Marquise Brown. Because this guy, he's been on and off this year. He struggled with injury this year. And he hasn't quite been at his best. I was really impressed with him during the first couple weeks. But he's kind of faded as the season goes on. Now is not the time for that. He's probably going to be matched up against Adoree Jackson, another fast cornerback. But I think that Lamar, he really needs a downfield weapon. Because we look at Mark Andrews, he's a great tight end. But this is more of a short to intermediate passing weapon. They need a guy like Marquise Brown who can burn them down the field, get the big plays. And if he can strike a couple of big plays, Ravens might run away with the game because that offensive line with Mark Ingram and Lamar Jackson, they can just run out the clock. And I really feel like Lamar Jackson, he can be stopped. We've seen that with the Bills defense, but Tennessee is not equipped to do that because they don't have the athletic linebackers that the Buffalo Bills did. I always refer to the Buffalo Bills when talking about stopping Lamar Jackson because I really do feel like they did the best job. We saw what they had. They had fast linebacker and Tremaine Edmonds, who was also a very physical talent. The Tennessee linebackers, they're good. Rashaan Evans, Javon Brown, these are good linebackers, but we're not going to confuse them with the elites of the game. And then we look at the defensive line. Buffalo has a pass rushing type defensive line. The Tennessee, they have a run defensive line, really, run stopping. We look at guys like Jarrell Casey, Daquan Jones. These are run stopping defensive linemen. So they definitely don't match up well against Baltimore. And that's what's really going to kill them, in my opinion. I think that Baltimore, they'll be a little rusty. They'll have a big game. That's why the X factor for the Tennessee Titans is going to be the weather. Because, guys, it's projected to rain in Baltimore right now during the game Saturday night. And if it rains, if that even decreases Lamar Jackson's athleticism, the way he can run around, his agility, if that slows it down even a little because of the slick field, then advantage Tennessee maybe. Because Derrick Henry, he can run for 150 plus yards in rain, shine, or snow. But Lamar Jackson, an agility runner, he doesn't really have that same type of ability. So if you're a Tennessee fan, you better be hoping that it rains. Otherwise, I really do see the Ravens winning. I'm going to pick the Ravens 27-21. Ultimately, I think Tennessee will have a chance, but Baltimore, this is just a special team. They have a great defense and a unique quarterback. They're going to have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, guys. Please like and subscribe. We'll be providing more NFL and NBA hot takes as the season goes on, and have a good day.